In our continuing series of teacher features, we had the chance to talk to Michael Firda, ACIT's biology, environmental science, anatomy, physiology, and botany teacher. We got to discuss how driven and committed he is to his teaching, but also his many interests and hobbies.
Sure. I'm Mike Firda, biology teacher, environmental science teacher, anatomy and physiology teacher, and botany teacher. It was actually a second career. When I graduated from the University of Pittsburgh, I started working in medical research for almost a dozen years. And then a woman who I had met and fell in love with took a job in South Jersey, and I went with her. When I moved here, I couldn't do the work I had been doing in Pittsburgh. I had to make some changes in order to continue having a career. So I looked into nursing, and I kept coming back to the idea that maybe I would enjoy being a teacher. And so my wife told me that I should try to give it a chance to go back to school and learn something new. So I took a year and went back to school, became a teacher, and I don't regret it at all. It's probably one of the more genuine chances I've had as an adult to grow and become somebody different. So I always have Pittsburgh stuff around the room. I still haven't stopped calling Pittsburgh home, which is weird because I have a house here in South Jersey that I live in with my kids and my wife, but it doesn't feel quite the same as Pittsburgh does. So, I have my terrible towel because I'm never going to stop being a Steelers fan. Even though the Pirates aren't exactly the best Major League Baseball team, I still like to go out of my way to see them. And then I just have a ton of animals and things that I've found over the years that sort of relate to the class, whether it be skulls that I found in the woods behind South Wing, or baseballs and golf balls that I found cut up in the fields and the athletic fields here on campus. I don't know why I keep all those things and have them in my room, but people play with them and it brings some joy, and I enjoy it too.
So, you said skulls.
Yeah. So we always talk about decomposition in our classes, and I always find animals that have lost their life and then their bodies have been decomposed. The only thing left is the skull. And for whatever reason, I collect them and bring them back to the classroom. You'd be surprised how many times I've used a deer skull as, something as part of a lesson, even if it was impromptu.
Would you say it's kind of become somewhat of a hobby?
I don't know if collecting dead animal skulls is a hobby per se. I do have some weird hobbies, and they're not always things that people think of as a traditional hobby, but collecting exotic plants is one of my hobbies. Our house is loaded with houseplants of various names and origins. I play a game called disc golf, which has become more popular. I was 16 the first time I played it, and I've played it several times a month ever since then. It's one of those things, it's like a niche sport or a niche sport that not a lot of people know, but if you catch the bug playing disc golf, you play it the rest of your life, and I really enjoy it. It's definitely changed me. Before I had kids, I was able to volunteer my time after school, participate in helping with dances and after school, plays and things along those lines. After I had my own children, all that kind of went out the window, and so did my energy. I've had to change the way I plan for my classes. I've had to change the way that I use my time so that I'm more efficient. And in some ways, I think it's made me a better teacher because I think more on my feet than I used to. I used to sort of spend more of my time planning in advance, but I think because I know what I'm going to teach, I can almost be more organic when I present a lesson to students, and maybe there isn't all the planning behind it that probably should have gone into that lesson. It doesn't mean that it's any less successful. And I think it's actually sort of made me more understanding having kids of my own. Just like I said that high school students are becoming adults, they're still kids. and they still have challenges the kids have. And so having children of my own has allowed for me to recognize the value of being a child and trying to promote that while you still can.
For Red Hawk News, I'm Leon Gazzara.